Hello and welcome to the Schiller Watch. I'm your host, the ultimate, the amazing, the spectacular MCU man, and I'm here to review Avengers issue 31, The Last Temptation of Tony Stark. Let's jump right in. So first we see Tony, young Tony, test driving his X-ray contacts and interrupting his dad's devil-worshipping party. Pretty Bohemian Grove, if you know what I mean. And Tony has this nightmare, and we find him back in 10,000 BC, which is a very interesting choice for this issue. I have to say that finding Tony fighting off like saber-toothed tigers and whatnot with vibranium armor, and seeing the repercussions and why he's here is just another thing. Which I love seeing the 10,000 BC Avengers and Tony just completely clueless as to what's happening as the Phoenix and Starbrand and Odin are attacking. Iron Man is acting like he's not going to take it. So then he gets blasted into a cave, and we find people are worshiping him. And it's an every night thing for about, he said, 2 to 3 weeks. And then there's cavemen who try and attack him. So then he's fighting off cavemen for the better part of a few weeks, and he's still trying to find a way back home. Only for, characters like Mephisto to find their way in to the cave and offer Tony a deal for the future. Pretty much explain to Tony that his soul was his. And it still belongs to him, for his father sold it to him. And Tony then has to go through, the Power Stone gorilla that we saw the last time in that Iron Fist issue, and more cavemen. Tony is killing snakes all of a sudden because, again, Mephisto is talking through snakes, and we find he's got to come up with another plan to pretty much survive. What he does is the coolest thing ever. Zombie snakes arise from the depths so he can make an Ice Age Man suit, where his Iron Man suit is completely comprised of ice. He starts shooting spikes at the snakes, and it's a pretty cool fight. This is very Jason Aaron-like, where it's pretty badass. And he shoots a spike into Mephisto, posing as his father, into his head. And Mephisto says that technically he's his father because he was promised to him by Howard Stark a long time ago. And he keeps asking Tony, like, how do you think you got to the point where you are right now? How do you think you're, like, famously wealthy and incredibly intelligent? As Mephisto's asking him, the Avengers of 10,000 BC are, like, standing around watching, thinking, we should probably help him. But Phoenix says there has to be a Tony Stark in every multiverse, anytime. And as Tony pretty much finds a way to blast himself back to the past, like our present here, he finds Mephisto, and he tells him to kiss his iron ass, which is a pretty cool thing to say, only for Howard Stark to come out and say, like, hey, look, I know how to really fuck with Tony. And it looks like this Avengers, story is going to be heating up a lot more. I didn't expect to like this one. I wanted them to get to the Moon Knight one as fast as possible. And I think that you guys are really going to enjoy this if you do pick it up. Please do. Jason Aaron's Avengers run is something special. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, the whole 9 yards. Tell me what you thought about this issue in the comments below. Thank you so much for tuning in.